Mr. Chairman, members of the GSTS Board of Directors, Headmaster Isel, staff and teachers of GSTS, PTA representatives, students, guests, GAA trustees, members of the General Assembly, chapter, and year group presidents and executives, fellow giants, good afternoon. Thank you for making time to witness this swearing in of the new GAA Executive Committee. It is a great honor to be elected to serve our alumni family for the next 2 years. I believe I speak on behalf of my colleagues and fellow executives that we promise to do our best with the highest level of integrity so that the mission and vision of the GAA are advanced. I accept with all humility this position of President of the GAA. I am walking in the footsteps of giants who have led this association in its very long history. And I hope that we can add to the work that they have already started. I ask for God's grace, protection, and wisdom for myself, our trustees, the General Assembly, executives, and all those in leadership and non-leadership positions in the association. Quoting Mr. N.R. Narayana Murthy, billionaire and co-founder of Infosys, nobody is bothered about an institution more than its alumni. Staff, administrators, boards, and even GS directors will come and go for the most part. Their link as stakeholders cease when their official role or roles at the school come to an end. This is not with alumni. Even if you do not think about the school as an alumnus, you are still one. This fact is what I find so true about Mr. Murthy's quote. Nobody is bothered about an institution more than its alumni. Interestingly, a school cannot function at its fullest potential without the various stakeholders collaboratively working together. This afternoon, I will focus on us, the alumni of GSTS. I will touch on our role as an organization and how we plan to execute over the next 2 years and beyond our plans for GSTS. The GA's mission and vision statement are straightforward and clear. Our mission statement reads, the GSTS Alumni Association shall promote the interests of GSTS alumni in the school to achieve higher academic standards by making important and practical investments in current students, the school's infrastructure, programs, and curriculum. We shall promote strong relationship between the alumni of GSTS, its current students, faculty, staff, and administration. We shall also make it our mission through alumni involvement to mentor students to become leaders in their communities, countries, and the world. Our vision is to build strong camaraderie and companionship among GSTS alumni and ensure that they stay engaged with their alma mater so that it remains one of the best secondary schools in Ghana whose students achieve the best education and become leaders and contributing members of society. These two statements will guide our committee. For every action we take, we will ask, does it advance the mission? Will this action help us realize our vision of making GSTS one of the best high schools in Ghana? Sometimes seemingly excellent or popular decisions may not advance our mission, and in some cases, unpopular actions may. As an organization, we should aspire to follow the path that meets our goals. Otherwise, we stray and become inefficient. The GA does not intend to run the school, dictate, or micromanage it. It is not our mission or vision. Our purpose is simple. We hope to make the essential practical investment, hoping that our students will receive the best education to become leaders. In other words, we are here to support. We can only do our part with cooperation from all the other stakeholders, especially the GSTS board, the school administration, staff, teachers, students, and parents. Ours will be to support where we can. We don't expect anything back except the pride and joy of knowing that our alma mater is doing well. I will be naive to think that everything will run smoothly. In any relationship, there are bound to be differences of opinion. In some cases, we might not find common ground. But the critical thing for all stakeholders is always to remember why we are here. It is our students, the future of this country, and our future. It is not about me, not about GAA executives, the headmaster, or any person. It is about what is best for our students. Once you think about that, issues become easy to resolve. The GAA will always support GSTS in various ways and advocate on its behalf. That is our role. When there are things to be done within our capacity, we'll call on members to come together to support it. If we find something going wrong, we'll draw attention to it. Sometimes our views on an issue may come as a criticism, but trust me, it is not personal. It is all for the love of our alma mater, GSTS. Sometimes it will involve doing things that we often ignore, like mentoring our students and providing financially strapped students with scholarships. That is how we help as an alumni association. That is our role. Anything beyond this is just speculation, not the purpose of the GAA. While we offer our assistance in direct support, volunteerism, and advocacy, it is important to note that the GAA is not a charity that does not expect results. We as executives are accountable to our members. We expect results, progress, and improvements for the things they support. We cannot continue to approach them for help if they do not see any gains from the time and money they invest. What this means is occasionally the GA will propose new ways of doing things. We cannot, as a school and alumni association, continue to do things the way it was done in 1909 or 1939 or even 2019, just because that is how it was done. You must be willing to try new innovative ideas to move with the times. I say this not to the staff and administrators, but also to the government, years, parents, GSTS board, and yes, the GAA. Under this committee, the GAA will be doing things differently. We have serious issues to deal with, such as infrastructure and extracurricular program development. We have problems on unemployment among our alumni fraternity. For the GAA, some of these problems constitute an existential threat to the association. For example, if our members do not have jobs, how do they contribute? GSTS graduates should be leading the technological transformation of Ghana and Africa. That was the vision of the founders when this institution was founded 112 years ago. Although we have been successful in the past, we have lost our competitive edge, and it's going to be the GA's focus to rally all stakeholders to help recapture our rightful place. In this regard, the GA will put forward its strategic plan to deal with specific issues in the coming weeks. This plan will focus on projects and programs that will make a lasting impact and transfer skills that develop our students and members. For example, wouldn't it make sense for the GA to support a maintenance club for students to gain practical technical skills? It makes no sense to me that a technical school with a building construction program cannot have students undertake simple tasks like repairing leaking water taps, painting rooms, or constructing their own dining room tables and benches. The strategic plan will address relevant questions such as, are students getting appropriate technical education to be competitive in today's job market? Should all our students be learning about robotics, programming, or coding? If so, how can the GA help? I can spend the whole afternoon talking about the problems before us. The work ahead is enormous yet doable. It requires direct action, resolve, vigorous advocacy, strategic, and new ways of thinking. As an association, We will double our efforts to make the case to government and industry that science and technology is critical to Ghana's development. We will talk to whoever will listen to invest in our workshops and labs, possibly expanding them to accommodate the introduction of new technical programs into our current curriculum. We'll continue to advocate for more land so our students can have access to recreational and sports facilities. We shall also challenge you, our alumni, to get more involved, to open your pockets. At the moment, the Giant family is like a large body of water behind a dam, potential energy waiting to be tapped. We need your help. There's no organization out there called the GAA that can be called to fix things at GSTS. You and I are the GAA. If you hear a giant or anyone for that matter say the GAA should do something, please ask him or her what they are doing to help you. In line with the strategic plan we plan to propose, we shall look at the long-term financial goal of the association. Many things that we wish for our schools cannot be done without money. We can build, start as many programs, or desire to purchase as many equipment as we want. The truth is, without money, none of these can be completed, maintained, or sustained. For this reason, our executive is going to embark on a major fundraising appeal to raise the GAA endowment fund to at least 1.5 million over the next 2 years. Let me take a minute to explain the endowment fund. In simple terms, it's a perpetual gift given to institutions or organizations like schools, hospitals, for general and specific purposes. It is perpetual because a donation to an endowment is generally not touched. Only the interest is used. Forever, your name, your class, your chapter will be associated with the GAA endowment if it makes a donation. In 2019, we established the GAA Endowment Fund. We wrote bylaws for the fund to ensure no executive or person can misuse the funds, which is held in trust by the GAA Board of Trustees for the association and the school in perpetuity. Currently, the total value of the GAA endowment is about 500,000 Ghana cedis. And interest earned over the past 15 months is around 90,000 Ghana cedis. Let's imagine we had 2.5 million last year. We would have earned conservatively about 250,000 Ghana cedis by this time at a 10% interest rate. With those funds coming in annually, since the purpose will not be touched, we can grow the fund and do more for the school and association than we do now without much hassle. It is not surprising that all the best academic institutions worldwide, including some high schools, have big endowments. Endowments may not be common in our part of the world, but it does not mean we should not think outside the box. By starting our endowment, the GA has begun a process that will be a significant legacy to our alma mater. My team and I will be visiting you in person and virtually. Please consider making a considerable donation to the fund. We have different recognition groups and you can enter at any level. For the 110th anniversary, we started the Founders Circle. Donors are expected to give at least 5,000 Ghana cedis to belong to this exclusive group of donors. These donors do not get anything back from the association except the joy of giving back to the school and the association so that others may benefit. About 30 giants have donated so far, but we need 80 members to close this exclusive group. Once completed, your name will be etched in the history of GSTS forever. To recognize donors, we plan to hang a perpetual plaque with the names of all members at the school. We will also propose to the General Assembly to consider a change to our dues policy, such that year groups and chapters that donate a minimum of 25,000 each to the fund will be exempt from paying dues again. Unfortunately for year groups, 2 year groups have raised the bar. The class of 1974 donated 50,000 dollars to the fund, and the class of 1979 topped that with 79,000. With this trend, it looks like the next group would have to donate at least 100,000 Ghana cedis. If the General Assembly approves this, the class of 1974 and the class of 1979 will be fully paid lifetime group members of the GAA. The group will no longer have any dues to pay, and they can donate as and when they wish to other GAA causes. But more importantly, they would have given a lasting gift to the GAA and GSTS that will bear fruit for years to come. Mr. Chairman, giants, and guests, I would like to take this opportunity to thank several people. I start with my parents, my aunties, and my grandparents. Most of them are not with us. But I'm sure they are smiling from the heavens, seeing the boy who was so scared to go to school go to have the honor of serving GSTS in this capacity. I thank them for the wisdom in choosing GSTS as my first choice for secondary school. I also want to thank my wife and children for their many sacrifices. Without their understanding and patience, I could not do this job. My appreciation also goes to my predecessors, especially Giant Otu, Giant Kekawisi, and Giant Sam Boateng. I pick up the mantle from them with a promise to keep the torch burning. I've learned a lot from them, and I hope to do my best. Thanks to all the GA executives I've worked with over the years, I will say it's been a joy. Finally, Mr. Chairman, if I may, almost 6 years ago, my brother Giant Dr. Kojo Kobi Abbeyquaye' left us for eternity. His passion for GSCS and the need to make it better was just like mine, if not more. He spent hours thinking and talking about the school. I know he's somewhere looking down and wondering why I am accepting this position. Like him, we prefer to work from behind. However, there comes a time when one has to step forward. I dedicate this speech to him, and I ask the heavenly angels to protect us all.